in the summer of 1998. When the internet was still dial-up and DVDs hadn't yet replaced tapes, a small-town video store in Oregon called Cineworld had a problem. Customers started returning blank VHS tapes. The issue wasn't technical. These were legitimate, labeled movies: The Godfather, Jaws, The Exorcist, but, when played, they all showed the same disturbing footage. A static-covered room, a man sitting alone on a wooden chair, and a woman standing in the corner, facing the wall. The woman never moved. The man never spoke. The scene never changed. The video had no sound, no credits, no cuts, just the same image, over and over again. When the store owner, Greg Holloway, reported the tapes to the local sheriff, they dismissed it as a prank. He later contacted the movie distributors. They swore the tapes were legitimate when shipped. But as the returns increased, something more disturbing emerged. One of the tapes didn't just show the man and the woman, it showed the person watching it. One customer, a local high school teacher named Carol Myers, claimed she saw herself on the screen, sitting on her own couch in her own living room, watching the very tape in her hands. She dropped it off the next day and never returned. That night she was found dead in her bathtub, electrocuted. No signs of forced entry, but her television was still on, and the tape was still playing. By August, Cineworld pulled all its VHS inventory and shut down. Greg vanished 2 weeks later. No note, no money taken, just gone. But the tapes never stopped showing up. This story gained traction when an underground horror forum user named Static Sleeper 98 posted a thread titled, "The Tape That Films You Back." The post included a digitized clip of the tape, loris, grainy, just a loop of the room with the man and the woman. But commenters noticed something odd. In every uploaded clip, the angle was slightly different. The position of the man's head, the tilt of the woman's shoulder, the window's light level, almost like the footage was changing in real time, based on who watched it. A Redditor attempted a frame-by-frame analysis and discovered hidden numbers burned into the static at the top of each scene. A timestamp, but none of the dates made sense. Some were decades in the future. Some were from the 1800s. Then came the email. The forum moderator received a private message from an unknown sender. The subject line, "Stop watching." Attached was a single image. The moderator, sitting at their desk, lit only by the glow of their monitor. The picture had been taken from behind them. They lived alone. The account was deleted minutes later. The user ID no longer existed. The server logs were wiped clean. The forum was shut down the next day. Years passed. The story faded into urban legend. But some people kept looking for the tape. Obsession took over. Independent journalists, paranormal researchers, conspiracy bloggers, they all wanted to find it. And one of them, a podcaster named Danny Ruiz, did. Or at least, that's what he claimed. His final podcast episode, The Tape Arrived Today, is still online, though most versions are corrupted. In it, he sounds nervous, paranoid. He describes receiving a black envelope in the mail, with no return address. Inside, a single VHS labeled Rewind to See. He sets up an old TV, a VCR, and records his session. What follows is chilling. He plays the tape. The same room, the same man, the same woman. But Danny's voice starts to shake. He says the man's face looks like his own, that the wallpaper behind the woman matches his kitchen. He pauses the video, but the figures keep moving, not in real but faster, like they're catching up. Danny tries to stop the tape. The VCR won't respond. He unplugs it. The screen stays on. He screams. The last minute of the podcast is only static and breathing, heavy, wet, inhuman. The episode ends abruptly. Danny Ruiz hasn't been seen since. His apartment was found untouched. Lights still on. Doors locked. VCR gone. But in the center of the room, sitting on his couch, was a sealed package. Inside a VHS tape labeled simply, "You're next." No fingerprints. No traceable postage. And no one has dared to play it. Yet somehow, copies are still appearing, in thrift stores, in attic boxes, in estate sale junk piles, always unlabeled, always rewinding themselves at night. And if you find one, don't play it, because the tape doesn't just show what's behind the camera. It shows what you hide from yourself, what you forgot, what you buried. And when it's done, it rewinds you.